I'm going to jump to our third topic today, which is very much likely to be for all of our members. Cost reduction, cost reduction exercise for the businesses, which is going to be presented by Mr. Rajesh Chaplot. Let me leave the floor to Rajesh Chaplot.
Thank you, Manish, and thank you, the Indian Business Forum. Saving life and saving economy. Today, I'm supposed to talk on saving the economy and our business. A very good afternoon to all my friends. At this hour, every business organization need to follow 4 mantras. Number 1, leadership. Number 2, values and ethics. Number 3, motivated team. And number 4, robust and strategic business plan. A strong leadership is very important at this time of the crisis. We need to be positive and bring positivity in our organization. Also at this moment, we need to be very careful with regard to our values and ethics. Losing values and ethics at this time can be harmful in the medium and long run, even though they may be looking good in the short run. We may have men, machine, and material, but to manage all these three, we need to have a motivated team. Now let me talk what I mean by the robust and strategic business plan. Number 1, maximize the sales, maintain liquidity. Number 3, cost reduction. Number 4, defer capital expenditure, which would not generate any extra sales. Number 5, lobby and take advantages of the government financial package. Number 6, look innovative ways of doing business after the lockdown. Now, how to maximize sales? Look diversification, look new territories, look new areas, and look new products in your field of business. Many of your competitors may fail. Look for those opportunities. Make business cartels with your fellow business people, which would help you to increase your selling price. Dollarize your selling price as to hedge against the exchange devaluation. Liquidity. At this time, maintaining liquidity is also very important. Reduce your stock levels as much as possible. Give a special focus to your debt recovery plan. Negotiate with banks to restructure your installment if needed. Government interventions. Lobby and take advantages of the various government packages. If you are not a member of UMA and private sector foundation, try to be a member of UMA and private sector foundations. Now let me talk a bit about cost reduction plans in detail. Among the various heads of indirect cost, employment cost is the highest. Reduction of the staff cost can be achieved in many ways. Number 1, by retrenching staff. Number 2, by reducing the salaries and perks. And number 3, the combination of both. Especially when we are retrenching local staff, we need to be very careful that we are following the law of the land. The Ministry of Labor has issued some guidelines and clarification in this regard, but no relaxation has been agreed so far. This may be kindly noted and understood properly. While retrenching the staff, the following elements of the Employment Act needs to be kept in mind, namely the notice pay, severance allowance, pending leave, and any terms and conditions of the employment contract which have been committed by the company. If companies will not take care of these provisions of the Employment Act, then we may end up in the court. Also be careful as what to give in writing to the staff at the time of retrenching, because if not taken care of this, then it can create a legal issue for the organization. Staff cost can also be reduced by adjusting their annual leave with this lockdown period. Reimbursement of some expenses like transport, training cost, telephone cost, lunch expense can also be deducted from the lockdown period salary. Staff can also be sent on long leave without pay, but this needs to be done with the consent of the staff. If the organization is paying overtime to workers, try to find a way that this can be saved without affecting the production. Companies can also think for some of the staff who can work from home and thus save cost. Some of the expatriate can be sent for long leave, or some of them can work from India itself, and you may pay them much less salary for that period. Improve efficiency of your workers and your staff with creative thinking. Renegotiating the terms of employment with the consent of the staff can also be explored. Motivated staff. One has to be very careful that staff on duty in any organization are kept motivated. Working with demotivated staff would give hidden losses to the organization, which we will never realize it. Force majeure clauses in various contracts. Applicability of the force majeure clause in various contracts need to be studied by each company, as how you can invoke or how others can invoke against you in this situation. This can increase your cost or decrease your cost. Electricity cost. If you are running a factory, you can think of running the factory in the night instead of the day and use the off-peak electricity rates. Imported raw material. Imported raw material prices can be negotiated in your favor, as supply will be more than the demand. Marketing budget. Marketing budget can be curtailed while keeping a close watch on your competitors' policy. COVID policy or pandemic policy. Draft a pandemic policy for your organization. This will help you in many litigations and remove the ambiguity of the Employment Act. Like you can define the severance allowance in your pandemic policy, which is not defined in the Employment Act. At the end, I will only say that during this lockdown period, develop a cost reduction plan to save your company from any cash losses. Thank you. I submit.